how does this all come together? Well, I'll give you one unique example of how those skills now translate into an understanding, into a teaching for this particular course. Let's take a look at what a typical manager or an executive has as a skill set and how they would treat employees versus a shift that we may need in order to work with AI. So let's say that you're a manager of some type and you've got an employee that works for you, and you've given that employee a detailed task or assignment, and they've done a good job at that assignment. Is it perfect? Pretty darn close. Is it good? Well, maybe it's really, really good. Is it the most amazing production that you've ever received in your life? Well, gosh, maybe not. But typically in management, if we assign a task and the employee's done a really good job, we're going to accept that iteration. We'll take that version and then we'll continue on and give them another task and so forth and so on. However, when you're working with artificial intelligence, this actually will work against you because the human compassion you have to, pat someone on the back, metaphorically, right? To say, job well done. Gosh, you don't need to do that in the same way with AI. In fact, persistence is very, very important when you're working with AI. So when you're talking to the AI system, to a large language model, and you give it a task and it does a really good job, okay, ask it to do a better job and a better job and a better job and a better job because this system isn't going to get tired. However, the system does have a max capacity. So your ability to push the system to max capacity is a critical component in producing an extraordinary result as opposed to just a mediocre result, which is what most people are getting in large language models.